What's up, guys? It's Jesse here, and today we are gonna have some fun, some real fun, because today I'm covering the 5 signs that sweet, innocent-looking girl, that little angel of a woman walking down the street, or that beautiful girl at your work, or that cute little girl, that sweet, innocent little girl at your school. The 5 signs that girl is really and truly a little freak. The 5 signs that girl loves sex, and she loves to have sex with lots of guys. She's a promiscuous girl. She likes to get around, if you know what I mean. The 5 signs that you could easily score yourself a lay if you just knew what to look for. Because look, guys, honestly, looks can be pretty deceiving. Some of these pretty, innocent looking women are secretly freaks underneath the surface. You might even call them sluts, although I really don't like that word. I prefer the term independent women, liberated girls. And what that means for you is that girl that you're putting up on a pedestal that you think is so hard to get. Well, my friend, I'm telling you, she's actually easy if you know what signs to look for. She will jump into your bed easy breezy. You can get a quick lay. Now, you could also ignore this advice. Yeah, just ignore this advice. Don't look for the signs. That's fine, but I'm telling you, you're going to miss opportunity after opportunity because these easy opportunity girls are literally everywhere. By the way, before we crack into the 5 signs, there's some upsides to these promiscuous girls that you should certainly be aware of, as well as some downsides that you should be aware of. I mean, the upside, of course, is that these promiscuous girls that like to sleep around, they can be really great in bed. They can be wild. It can be a fun lay. It can be some of the best sex that you've ever had. You do have to be careful, though, if she's a young girl and she's sleeping around with a lot of guys. Young women, they're not necessarily known for making the best decisions in life, and she could be having a lot of risky, unprotected sex with different men. She could be carrying a STD or two or three. If she's a young girl, she might be sleeping with a lot of guys for basically the wrong reasons. Not because she's self-empowered, not because she's self-actualized or know what she's doing, or because she's on this path of self-improvement and liberation, sexual liberation. She might be sleeping with a bunch of guys because she's kind of crazy in the head. Although then again, crazy in the head, crazy in the bed. And by the way, even if you use these 5 signs to recognize which girls on the street, which girls at your school, which girls at your work are going to be the easiest girls to sleep with, that's a cool superpower to have, of course. You still have to talk to these girls. You still have to create charged excitement. You still have to build that sexual tension with her. You still have to know how to lead the girl. And if you can't do these things, it doesn't matter how loose the girl is or how much she loves sex or how easy she is, you're still not going to get her into bed. You still, at the end of the day, you have to have game, guys. And I've been doing this for 20 years now. And if you want to steal all my lines, steal all my moves, steal all my routines for getting a girl into bed as fast as possible and turn her into your loyal and loving girlfriend, you want to check out this link right here at Win That Girl. Link in the description below as well. Right there, you're going to see a short presentation that's going to show you what to say to the girl, when to say it to the girl, what moves to make on the girl, and when to make those moves to pull a beautiful woman that might have been ignoring you before, that might have been treating you as invisible before, and pull her right into your arms. So if that's something that's interesting to you, then check out that link, watch that short presentation, and I'll see you over there soon. Guys, secret sign number 1 that a girl is easy peasy and likes to get around the block with a lot of different guys is that she has a lot of piercings. Guys, girls that have a lot of piercings, maybe she's got a nose piercing or an eyebrow piercing or a tongue piercing, or she's got a piercing on her belly button, or she's got a piercing in an unusual spot. Guys, what does that tell you about a girl? What does that tell you? Guys, if a girl has a couple of piercing in unusual places on her face especially, that tells you that she does not give a damn about what other people think of her. She does not respond so much to social pressure or peer pressure. She's not trying to get in with the in crowd. If the masses are zigging, she is zagging. She's a little bit rebellious, right? She's not playing by society's rules, and she just doesn't care. And when I've ended up in conversations with a girl of a couple of sexual or unusual piercings, I found that the conversations are fantastic. The girl's a lot of fun. It gets flirtatious really fast. These girls are open, very open, to move very fast, very quickly with a sexy bad boy. Guys, the second sign that a girl is rather promiscuous and likes to hook up with a bunch of different guys is that she has a lot of tattoos. And it's basically the same deal as with the piercings, but even more so with the tattoos. Guys, when a girl has a lot of tattoos on her skin and body, she is saying to the world, I am not playing by your rules. I am not playing by your rules. Yeah, I know women are supposed to feign not liking sex. Women are supposed to act coy and demure and be sweet, but I'm not buying it, world. I am not playing that game. And if a girl has a lot of tattoos, it's a big sign. Not in all cases, of course, but it's still a big marker, a big indicator that if she likes you, if you come across in the right way to her, she's going to jump into bed with you fast. The third sign that that sweet, innocent looking girl has actually been around the block a bit and she might be opening to hooking up with you pretty quick because she's already done it with a bunch of guys is that she's a moderate or heavy drinker or she's into recreational drug use. I mean, guys, think about it. This isn't rocket science, right? Whenever alcohol or recreational drugs get involved, that helps loosen girls up out of their pre-programmed inhibitions. All of her inhibitions go right out the window, which makes it easier for her to meet a guy, get tempted by the guy, lose control completely, and just fall into having sex with him. And what kind of girls intentionally lower their threshold for self-control? Well, it's girls that want to meet guys, have sex, and get their freak on. And every day, it's the same story. Hundreds of pretty young women from all over the country, from all 50 states, converge onto LA, California to do what? To get discovered, to become the next famous actress, to become the next beautiful, famous model. And what happens to most of them? Well, these pretty young women who are very young, very naive, they end up with all sorts of shady male friends, shady male handlers, so-called friends that ply them with recreational drugs, ply them with alcohol, because these men, all they want to do really is jump into bed with these girls. And of course, these guys don't have these girls' best interest at heart. These guys are just pretending to be their friends, plying these girls with drugs and alcohol simply to bang them. The point is, guys, that various drugs and alcohol have been used by human beings for thousands of years. To lubricate sex. So if you're at a club or a bar and she's getting pretty tipsy or you can tell she's high, it's a good sign that she's a little bit promiscuous. She's already gotten around the block and maybe she's looking for another cute guy to shag. The fourth sign that a girl likes to sleep around is you gotta look at her past. What kind of boyfriends has she had? Does she go for nice guys that she spends a couple of years in a relationship with? Or does she chase after bad boys, where she keeps chasing after these unattainable guys that just want to pump and dump her and her relationships just don't last very long? Now, if that pretty girl is hooking up with a lot of bad boys, maybe getting pumped and dumped along the way, you shouldn't necessarily feel bad for her, right? Because she's getting what she wants. She's getting experiences with a lot of different men. She wants the excitement. She wants the drama. It's fun. It's the spice of life. She's getting off on all the attention, jumping to different guys. That's not necessarily something you want to feel bad for the girl about, especially if she's young and pretty. Now, of course, at some point, as she gets a little bit older and her looks begin to fade, she's going to start to get tired of that. And she's going to want to settle down with the nice guy who's going to at least provide her with a little bit more stability. But if a girl has had a history of dating bad boys, that's a pretty good sign that she cycled through a lot of men over the years. And if you're the right guy to come along and you can act like the bad boy, give her a little bit of that drama, a little bit of that excitement, she's probably very easily going to want to jump into bed with you. Now, guys, the fifth sign that that sweet, innocent, angel-looking girl walking down the street, that sweet, innocent girl at your school or work that you'd normally think nothing of, but she's secretly a closeted SLUT that likes to get around with a bunch of guys. The fifth sign that that's going on is that she's insensitive to your physical touch. Now, your normal, everyday girl, especially if she really likes you, she's going to like it when you touch her. she's going to let you physically escalate on her very quickly. That doesn't mean that she sleeps around. It just might mean that she really, really likes you a whole lot, and she might get excited being touched because she's just not used to it. It doesn't happen to her that often. What I'm saying is that if a girl lets you physically escalate on her very fast and very quickly, and she hardly bats an eye, she hardly gives you even an emotional response, like it's almost nothing to her, like it happens to her all the time. If you can physically escalate on a girl very quickly, very easily, and she doesn't even blush about it, she doesn't even give you any resistance, well, that's a huge sign, my friend, that that girl has gotten around the block quite a few times and she's going to be quite an easy lay. Now, guys, since you liked this video, you're going to love this one. How to spot cute girls who want sex right now. My 3 easy rules. Look, guys, there's plenty of good girls out there that don't sleep around a lot. They're not promiscuous, but still, at times, they get really horny. So if you want to start sleeping with pretty girls that are also good girls, they just happen to be very horny in that particular moment, you need to strike while the iron is hot, and these are the 3 signs you want to look for. So watch that video right now. I guarantee you it is an eye-opener.